Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon and good evening, everyone. I am Max Stealth, the lead commentator, and one of the race directors of the IURA. We are back with weekday 12 racing back at Paris Longchamp. We hope that everyone has been having a very great day. I know I have been having a pretty busy week myself, but although eventful and whatnot, we hope to bring some of the best racing and whatnot for you guys today. For lineups, line up for today's races, as we have many to come today. Pull it up here. We will start at, the system that it goes from, like always, bottom to top. I make sure that I put what race number it was, so anybody who's watching from the stream currently are able to keep track of which races are coming up today. We'll start with the open allowance race, which is just our usual open race that we usually hold. It's very casual. It's nothing much tied to it. just a fun open race for all to enjoy. Next will be La Coupe, which will be the first G3, which will be taking place 2,400 meters. Next, the Prix Morny, which is another G3 that will be a prep race for our sprint race today. And then finally will be the Prix Texanita, which will be the highlighted G2 of today. It's been quite a while since we've been back here at Paris, especially considering that we're now moving to a bi-weekly schedule. Again, lots of changes are going to be coming. It's going to get really confusing as stuff comes around. So we do really want you guys to really keep in track within the announcements and stuff like that. So whenever stuff does get posted on changes, that you guys are made aware of that. That being said, we have coming up here as well the open race, which we have a lot of our racers lined up today, and we'll definitely be going over the paddock for that here shortly. Now start to see our runners take place in practice laps. So we'll have one of our stewards open the gates for them up here. Seven racers are lined up for today's races and the open allowance race. The first race of the day, the eccentric villain as well as Cake Mix being some of the first to head out today. Then we'll also see Melly as well as Cairo. Polaris joining us here a little bit late, and they'll be racing as well. Gate number 1, Polaris. Gate number 2, Ad Astra. Gate number 3, Cake Mix. Gate number 4, Melly. Gate number 5, the Eccentric Villain. Gate number 6, Cairo. Gate number 7, Cairo P22. And for this, because we do have 2 Cairos, remember that we'll just refer to Cairo, I guess, as just Cyro. So mix between the Arch-China's actual name. And then as well as Cairo P22 will just be called Cairo for today. So for that order, not to mix anything up, that's going to be how we go towards that. The open allowance race, tradition that we usually hold for it to be the first race of the day before our graded races. It's usually just races for people just to morally have fun during these race streams and to at least show some competitive spirits or fun banter as well. We don't really tend to keep these races to any seriousness whatsoever, despite them having a reputation sometimes of that type of competition, but not quite. Camera's not really tracking them, but just to let you know, the Eccentric Villain will be finishing up their practice lap as well as Cake Mix as well. Melly and Cairo are out there. Cyro is holding back with Polaris back at the gates. Like always, it's going to be a pretty nice styled race. As we are going through these races today, I do want to give some shout outs as well as for the races today. Remember that our next races will be the G1 Spring Qualifiers for the Spring Cup, which will take place May 9th. We also want to give a big shout out to our fond neighboring communities of the URS who will be showing off the G1 Champions Cup, the Aries Cup today. Make sure you go check them out over in their server if you haven't and go watch their races. They've plans really big for these races today, and it's definitely really nice to give them a big shout out and for them holding their first races of their new rebranding community. So big hip hip to them, and going to be very great to see them race today. I will be commentating 2 of those races as well, so you guys will probably, if you guys are watching those streams, you'll probably catch me a couple times over there. We also want to decorate, of course, our entire community is always in Musume, and we have international competition from around the world. Main reason why time zones are a bitch. So that being said, any things that we could try to make up, it tries to come off towards a standard position, but we try to get that done. Big 2 shout outs towards Chutburger, the unofficial brand of the IURA, as well as Umanet, our official database, as well as website for the IURA that we work deeply on to try and give back to you guys, as well as just a holding record for the public to see. Whether you're betting, having fun with friends, or just want to show off the cool wins you've had, Umanet is the place to do it. We'll be wrapping up our practice laps here very shortly as now Hachiro has taken the stands. I'm not quite sure who is actually going to be our steward as both Ouija and Hachi are up on the stand. It seems to be Hachi. We will be going ahead for the first race of the day, the open allowance. Paris Longchamp, the first race of the day, the open allowance. All the racers are loading up in their gates now. We wait the open number 2, and they're off and racing. Great start held by all the runners. The slowest away will be Cairo as well as Polaris. A dashing start with Cyro and the Eccentric Villain up the lead. Melly and Cake Mix followed right behind in the back stretch. Cairo will be trying to find some ground. Polaris gaining a proper position with Cyro gaining a good front running position up towards the starts. Melly and Cake Mix fall right behind the eccentric villain trying to gain a wind with them as well. On the extreme left, the eccentric villain's gonna try to keep up some ground against Cyro through the inside. Cake Mix and Melly fall right behind. As they come up towards the top of the hill, Cyro will still be leading against the eccentric villain, followed in second. Melly will now be overtaken for third. Cake Mix down in fourth. Polaris will now catch up to the mid-pack and gain up to fifth. Cairo will still be down towards sixth there, towards the back. As now they reach the top of the hill, will now be reaching the halfway mark of this race. Cyro will still be leading. The eccentric villain will now be trying to make a move through the outside. Melly now pushing up against Cake Mix. Cake Mix now taking that place over now. Polaris still trying to gain some grounds. Cairo still up as well. Cyro will still be leading this race, just about 2 links against the eccentric villain. Cake Mix is still be trying to find some ground to find a mid-finish positioning here against Polaris, who's trying to gain ahead. Polaris now making up positions now. As Melly finds some troubles now, it will still be the 2 front runners of the eccentric villain, as well as Cyro pushed up towards the front here, as well as Cake Mix, who tries to push up a lead. Polaris gaining up ahead, Melly down behind. Cyro is gaining some good profiling ground here against the eccentric villain, which will now be a close head-to-head battle. It's going to be close. Cyro tries to keep up the lead. The eccentric villain will try to find the response now, and it's going to be a golden. Just enough, and a swept away victory there for Cairo to take the first place finish. Well, Cyro to take the first place finish up against the eccentric villain down in second. Within third, Cake Mix, who gained up a good profiling lead towards the finish there. Cairo gained the upper hand there, and just the finish, finding a good, proper victory for himself there in the end. Gaining the victory that he well deserved for this open race. But a very good, big shout out to all of our racers today who did race. It was very nice seeing all of them race today. Give out a lot of cool effort for this open race, especially to start us off for today in week 12 of racing. So it was very nice to see, very nice to see. And it just kind of gives us the question of what are the other races going to look like today, and just what we'll see coming off from the other races today. It's a pretty close finish from the eccentric and then there, I will admit. Very close. Nonetheless, a really good victory there by all. Of course, upcoming next, we have the La Coupe, which is a headline G3 of today, because we always want to headline at least 2 races, so it'll be definitely who will be coming up here as well. Polaris, sorry I mispronounced that. Polaris was your third place finish there, which is really nice to see from them, especially how much they come around for these open races. So it's really cool for them to gain that nice lead there. And, definitely take home, especially being part of the back there and then pushing up towards the end. So it's really nice to see.
オープンアローワンス、パリロングチャンプ、レース1、オフィシャルフィニッシズ、プレース1、カイロ IG、プレース2、ザイツェントリックビリアンプレース3、ポラリタス、プレース4、ケーキ MX、プレース5、メリ、オープンアローワンス、パリロングチャンプ、レース1、オフィシャルフィニッシズ、プレース1、カイロ IG、プレース2、ザイツェントリックビリアン、プレース3、ポラリタス、プレース4、ケーキ MX、プレース5、メリ。
A great race there from all the runners, and a well-held victory there as well from Cairo. As we'll move into our graded races here, we'll catch you here as well as during the intermission, probably held up by some ads here as we get our graded runners here for La Coupe, which is coming up next on the list.
Of racers. You didn't start the races, but you sure as hell finished them. And if that weren't enough, you pulled a tire that was 10,000 pounds across the beach. Now, in your golden years, you need someone looking out for you. Someone you can trust. An Uma who says what he does and does what he says. When you need someone to count on, give me poor boy.
Gimme poor boy. Gimme poor boy. Because carrots are in such short supply these days.
Poor boy. A lawyer you can trust.
Man, I'm hungry as hell, boy.
Oh, hello, sir. Welcome to Chudburger, home of the Chudburger. What could I get for you?
Can I get a Whopper?
As you saw, Chudburger has it all. Great food, amazing service, and a safe, family-friendly environment with free entertainment for the kiddos. What's not to love? Come down to Chudburger today and give it a try.
And for all those parents who have lots of children, don't worry. You can leave them here in our play area, where we have our complimentary chat pit.
Man, Chudburger has so many dinner options. It's great after training.
Huh. I think you meant to say diner, not dinner. You read.
Wow, these burgers are so delicious.
This chud tea is just so delectable, I could even drink it on the toilet.
These chud burgers are so good, they saved my grandma from a falling plane.
These chud fries are so good, they made me forget about my wife cheating on me. Oh.
Who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you? Get out of my house!
Welcome to El Condor Pasa's Taco Shack, where we have all the best tacos. From tacos de asada to carnitas, and we also have some spicy options on our menu, where we have chorizo spicy tacos and spicy chicken tacos. We also have a vending machine here where you can pick your own drink. Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
How do you feel about El Condor Pasa's Taco Shack?
Well, you see, it is quite the delicacy with the right amount of lean and fat. And the Coca-Cola, which is cane sugar, proves to be the excellent addition to it. It's quite the delicacy, isn't it?
Best food in town, 10 out of 10. I can't even ask for a custom burger.
They're so good. They're 10 out of 10. I will eat here again and again.
Yeah, I like it very much. I came because I was so hungry I could eat a horse.
Here at El Condor Pasa's Taco Shack, we're all family. So come on down to El Condor Pasa's Taco Shack. We're always open.
You are the greatest generation of racers. You didn't start the races, but you sure as hell finished them. And if that weren't enough, you pulled a tire that was 10,000 pounds across the beach. Now, in your golden years, you need someone looking out for you. Someone you can trust. An Uma who says what he does and does what he says. When you need someone to count on, give me poor boy.
Give me poor boy. Give me poor boy. Because carrots are in such short supply these days.
Poor boy. A lawyer you can trust.
Man, I'm hungry as hell, boy.
Oh, hello, sir. Welcome to Chudburger, home of the Chudburger. What could I get for you?
Can I get a Whopper?
As you saw, Chudburger has it all. Great food, amazing service, and a safe, family-friendly environment with free entertainment for the kiddos. What's not to love? Come down to Chudburger today and give it a try.
And for all those parents who have lots of children, don't worry. You can leave them here in our play area, where we have our complimentary chat pit.
Man, Chudburger has so many dinner options. It's great after training.
I think you meant to say diner, not dinner. You read.
Wow, these burgers are so delicious.
This chud tea is just so delectable, I could even drink it on the toilet.
These chud burgers are so good, they saved my grandma from a falling plane.
These chud fries are so good, they made me forget about my wife cheating on me. Oh.
Who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you? Get out of my house!
Welcome to El Condor Pasa's Taco Chef, where we have all the best tacos. From tacos de asada to carnitas, and we also have some spicy options on our menu, where we have chorizo spicy tacos and spicy chicken tacos. We also have a vending machine here where you can pick your own drink. Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
How do you feel about El Condor Pasa's Taco Chef?
Hello, once again. Sorry for the wait. For the quick wait, we have to do something, but nonetheless, we are back once again. The races will be delayed by just a little bit, so please keep that in mind as we move forward today. But we have more races lined up as of now, which is the good part, as some of our runners are going to be on some quick practice laps, because of course we're on behind schedule, so these practice laps will probably not last for long. Gate 1, Poopachud, Butlers. Gate number 2, Ouija Airlines, Cyber Races. Gate number 3, Necrophantasia, the Knights of the Golden Anchor. Gate number 4, Atelophobia, Cyber Races. Gate number 5, Nuclear Bullet, Starlight. Gate number 6, Pro Beast, Gluttony. Gate number 7, Melly, the Knights of the Golden Anchor. The number 1 favorite lined up for today's race will be Necrophantasia by about, I think from last time I saw it was about 30% of the votes, or way more. But it was somewhere in that ballpark. A lot of more races lined up now. So we have a bunch of our runners heading out on practice lap. We'll probably see the practice session here close shortly, as all of our runners are getting well warmed up. At least one lap, 1 or 2, and then sometimes if we don't do it, we just ask for permission if people even want to do it in the first place. So, as you never know quite much with what others would want and what they prefer. It's 2,400 meters, and we'll start seeing our stewards take up towards the stand here shortly, and we'll see this race be carried underway. We will now see Hachi take the stand, and we'll probably set the stone here and for this race to begin. Hello? Yeah. And now we'll be seeing Hachiro wave the flag for the second race of the day, the pre-morning. As now all of our racers are lined up in their gates and we are ready to go here, the pre-morning. Last one now being lined up and away they go. We had someone who was in way in the gates there. I wonder if stewards will probably have a word about that later, but Nuclear Bullets is the first away, as well as it's going to be last in the back. Fupachut slowest away, Pro Beast as well back there as now. Melly and Ouija Airlines are trying to push up, not so far behind. Necrophantasia, the number one favorite to win this race, now keeps up. Nuclear Bullet finding some early problems in this race in the uphill, now climbs down towards the bottom of the pack. Following up the lead, it's going to be a good positioning here. Just about a couple lengths up from the first position towards the back. Pro Beast and Melly down as well. Talophobia will be leading this race by about 2 lengths. Necrophantasia and Ouija Airlines neck and neck with each other, down right behind as well. Melly and then Ouija are trying to push a Nuclear Bullet down towards with them. Pro Beast finding some level grounds with the pack as well. Talophobia now pushes up to still be a prominent contender of this race. Melly and Pro Beast right behind. Nuclear now closing down that gap towards the pack. Surging up and still the lead. Talophobia still leads this race uncontested, but not so far behind. Fupachud will be in the challenge. Pro Beast is now in the fight as well. Necrophantasia still finding up a contender here against the Talophobia. 5 runners as they go in the front pack. Melly down behind as they end the fall straight. Nuclear Bullet finding another wave of problems as well. He is full on stopped behind the track. Melly down as well. Talophobia still leading. Pro Beast with them, just about a length behind. Fupachud now searches up against them. Pro Beast will now try to take up a lead against a Talophobia. Necrophantasia right behind. Ouija Airlines tries to find an answer. Fupachud searches up ahead. Fupachud not so far behind. Pro Beast searches up ahead. Golden! Just there, just enough. Just enough for Pro Beast to snatch away the win there against the Talophobia, and then as well as Ouija Airlines, who came in third. Pro Beast has done it today. Another swept away victory, gaining a lead by just a head. A wonderful finish there held by the Glutton, just to sweep away the victory there from the Knights and the number one favorites. A heartfelt battle felt by all the racers there. They came across just to the finish and just enough to just gain the lead. Really nice finish to see there. Especially from Pro Beast, stepping onto this top plate in victory lane once again. Someone who, I gotta admit, we've seen a little bit of silence when it came to these races before. And now they step back up to that plate, which is really nice to see from them. Good taking victory there, especially of one of the headline races there. Definitely gonna be really great to see as a, I would say, a good bragging rights to be taking home it's still a G3 win overall, but then again, it's the headlines, so really nice to see. we're also getting words now. There has been a race not finish and a disqualification, early disqualification, that being for Fupa Chud, who had not a number equipped during the race. That being said, they were never recorded in the official results. Sai, why'd you take off my... Sai, I'm gonna publicly shame you. Why'd you take off the board so fucking early?
Well, you already got the results from that in our DMs.
No, but now I have to switch back. It was so much more easier. I have to switch between 3 tabs. So the words of the official finishes will come up here in just a minute. It's going to take a little bit of extra time now. So please excuse me from that. As Cairo's trying to tell me in VC the direct numbers, like I don't have to type in their full names. Okay, thank you. That's all I need. He gave me it. The world is saved, y'all. House, very great to say, for sure. Very nice to see you. But of course, next we have our second G2 race of the day, which is going to be the pre-morning, which will be definitely nice to see, and we'll start seeing those runners come up here very shortly for that.
ラクーテ、パリロングジャンプ、レース2、オフィシャルフィニッシズ、プレース1、プロビースト、プレース2、アテオフイヤ、プレース3、ウィージーエアライネス、プレース4、ネクロファンタジア、プレース5、メリ。ラクーテ、パリロングジャンプ、レース2、オフィシャルフィニッシズ、プレース1、プロビースト、プレース2、アテオフイヤ、プレース3、ウィージーエアライネス、プレース4、ネクロファンタジア、プレース5、メリ。
We'll start seeing the pre-morning runners here show up very shortly. We'll have a quick intermission here, and as well, we'll have our highlights play. Remember to keep a track of our shoutouts, which will be towards the bottom, as our runners will join now. Oh, I clicked out of it. How could I? Longchamp. Race number 3, pre-morning. 1,200 meters, and they're starting out their practice laps now. Which we'll start to see some first runners out there. The pre-morning, a good prep race before the pre-Texanita. We're just about a race behind schedule here, as right now we should have been having the pre-Texanita, so this is going to be a pretty short practice laps as well. Luckily it's a sprint, so people should be able to get about two laps in before we close off our practice laps here. Oh my god, praise the Lord, I didn't crash. Oh my god, I thought I crashed for a second. Okay, anyway, sorry. Back to the gates now that I was supposed to announce before my game absolutely had a stroke and almost crashed on me, so alright. Gate number 1, Mekukyo or Kanasaki, Butlers. Gate number 2, Ocean the Man, Side Races. Gate number 3, Vegan Enemy, Gluttony. Gate number 4, Butterfly Mist, Gluttony. Gate number 5, Nova, the Knights of the Golden Encore. Gate number 5, Flamey Jamie, Side Races. The number 1 favorite name for this race will be Ocean the Man, which is pretty nice to see up there on the favorites as well. Especially because, from my perspective, I don't think I've seen him on there for a good minute. So it's really great to see him up on the list as well. A lot of good returning runners. Seems that practice laps are soon here to be closed, as we'll see our stewards probably take here up to the stand here shortly. Hachiro once again as our decorated drip man, as well as the flag bearer for this race. The runners are now taking their place in their gates, as some of the last will be in there to load up. And they're off. In the pre-morning, a good start held by all the runners. The fastest away will be Vegan Enemy as well, Supernova. Followed up right behind Samakikyo Kyonosaki will be in behind with Flaming Jamie as well. Butterfly Mist holding up a great starts in there as well, as they're doing their backpedaling trick once again as their deals still drift. So they tend to just backpedal the entire race. But anyways, back up towards the front, Supernova will be followed with Ocean the Man, the number 1 favorite, in the front of the fall straight. With them as well, Vegan Enemy will still trying to hold up a challenge. Meki Kyo trying to follow up ahead. Butterfly Mist overtaking Flaming Jamie towards the back. Now towards the extreme right will be Ocean the Man trying to keep up. Supernova in with a great lead. Vegan Enemy trying to answer back now, but it'll still be Supernova still pushing up ahead for the Knights. And now comes Ocean the Man as well. Vegan Enemy trying to find an answer. Supernova tries to push up, still gains ahead the lead. Supernova takes home the pre-morning. Followed up right behind Vegan Enemy will take home the second place finish for Glenny, and the number 1 decorated favorites, Ocean the Man, falls in down in third. A very, very close finish. A very close finish. Ending towards quite a big victory there. For Supernova, which I think, if I'm correct, and I don't think it was listed anywhere, which if it was, if any of you guys are checking the spreadsheet now, I will change it. As far as I'm aware, they are a debut, I think. Let me check back on that real quick. Either way, Supernova there took home a great win for the Knights. Really great to see. That was a very close finish as well. Kind of had just in the right moment just for him to win that race. So I'm quickly checking real quick if they were a debut, because if so, that is very, very nice to see. Or in fact, we may have something really awkward here. It was their debut. I'm just trying to check some sources real quick, because more in fact, I don't know if it's just on my end here, but they aren't on any document record of them being on a team, which would be very awkward to see, but I'm just checking through. It should be, I think they went by Weeping Moon before, haven't they? Because if so, then I haven't gone them in through the new username yet. Just to come in here as well, for anybody who is really confused there of that victory, Supernova is Weeping Moon. I was never made aware of their name change at all, so big miscommunication there. But for Weeping Moon, that was, or Supernova really, that was their debut, and they've won their debut, which is really great to see. So a debut for Weeping Moon there, and for them to take home a victory, really nice to see, especially for the Knights. And I find another runner who finds victory lane once again in their debut. Guys, Virtua hates me today. I crashed. That being said, we'll have the intermission. Oh my god, my thing nearly crashed again. Yo, can my VRChat stop crashing today? Thank you. That would be nice. They hate me today, guys. We'll head into intermission here as now we gear up for our G2 race, and we'll also have those official finishes pulled up on the board here shortly. So just keep in mind, just because we're trying to work some things here, and we'll get to you guys here shortly.
プリモーニー、パリロングジャンプ、レース3、オフィシャルフィニッシズ、プレース1、スーパーノバ、プレース2、ビーガンエネミー、プレース3、オーシャンザマン、プレース4、マキアンダーライン卿、プレース5、バタフラライミスト、プリモーニー、パリロングジャンプ、レース3、オフィシャルフィニッシズ、プレース1、スーパーノバ、プレース2、ビーガンエネミー、プレース3、オーシャンザマン、プレース4、マキアンダーライン卿、プレース5、バタフラライミスト、
Those were the official finishes for the pre-morning race 3 of Paris Longchamp. A well-held victory by Supernova, Vegan Enemy, and Ocean the Man coming right behind. But very great to see. We'll start gathering up some more of our runners here now for the G2, and we'll have the practice laps open up here shortly. as now the practice laps are beginning, we will look over towards just the races that we have completed for today. Of course, if you look over to the left, this will conclude the weekday 12 racing of today, as the Texanita will be the last race that we will see. All of our runners taking up practice laps as well. We've had 4 races today, a lot of funny mistakes, and a lot of mess ups, and a lot of stuff that really screwed us over. But like always, we've been doing the best we can, and it's been so far a very fun day. Hope you guys have been having a great day and whatnot. Last shout outs before the Texanita takes place. G1 spring qualifiers take place on May 9th. We also want to have people turn their attention after these races towards the Aries Cup in the URS. They've been working hard to create the G1 Champions meets, and they've all been working very greatly for this to come true. A lot of IURA racers are also racing in the Aries Cup, so if you want to cheer on some of our people from our community, go ahead and do so. It's very great, and they definitely love the company from our community as much as we love theirs as well. So big thanks to them for letting us have them be shouted out and have them mentioned, as well as their upcoming and first ever races with their rebranding group. Of course, like always, we're always a big Uma Musume group as well, so we have international competition from all around the globe. We have people from Europe, Asia, and of course America who take the stage in this league, as well as just the community. Lots of great people, lots of very cool people you get along with. We're not just Uma Musume, of course, we like anything else. A lot of us are just big giant geeks who like really anything: cars, planes, sports, even horse racing itself, so always, we want to try to make this community a better place. Remember that the One League, One Community poll will be ending tomorrow afternoon in the America. So that being said, if you have any last words or anything you want to say before we go underway with big changes for the community, please do so. We so far have 14 responses. If we get double that, which will be 35, we'll just about double that for 35, we will be doing a poll for Nitro or VR Chat Plus. And remember that your explanations don't have to be deep and very specific. They could be very broad, like this was good, this was terrible. So it just gives us an insight just what you guys think and what to change for the better. And of course, like always, Umanets and Chudburger. Chudburger, the unofficial food brand of the IURA. And then, of course, Umanets, the database and the official website for the IURA. Looking to bet on a person with your friends, looking to show off your cool records, or just wanting to look at what you've done in this community and league, you may go check it out there. I'm not going to have that relay again, as a lot of our runners are getting done with practice laps now. Some of them are hanging back at the gates. I think we'll have Ouija Airlines, new junior steward, will be taking the stand this time instead of Hachiro, as Hachiro's racing, so that'll be very nice. A lot of our runners will be heading to the gates now as they are preparing and ready to go. The sprint relies on here now as Ouija has taken the stand, and we will gear up for the Texanita. As now we'll see a lot of our runners take the stands now, take their posts, and gear up for the Texanita. Waiting for some of our last runners to enter in those gates now. Waiting for confirmation from our gates master, Bonnie. Ouija Airlines, our newest steward, takes up towards the post to be the flag bearer of the red flag. Seems to be a little bit of check going on. Trying to figure out now with the number 9 there, they're trying to load up in the gate. Seems to be Butter Can Fly. A little bit of a check going on with them, as now they'll be lined up and will be geared up for the Texanita. The flag has been raised a little bit longer there, a little bit too long from the steward, but they're off and racing. A very great start from all the runners. No late start teams. Butter Can Fly, who had the issues early towards the gates, being the last one away. Pony Bread and Ari Loaf towards the back as well. And towards the front, Cairo will be pushing up against Darlene Nicole. It's going to be a 3-wide pack as well. Trying to get against them. Kagazuchi will try to push up against King the Butler, it seems. Unless if I got that wrong. Either way, still trying to keep up. Ping the Butler, still trying to keep... It is Ping the Butler. I didn't even do the padding. That's why I did wrong. Ping the Butlers will still be trying to push up now. Hachiro trying to come up as well. Storm Fatal now trying to keep up with them. Kyra still holding up a great lead. Autozam, Pony Bread, Butter Can Fly trying to keep up through the extreme right, hung in the railing. Hachiro trying to keep up against Kagazuchi. Cairo now tries to push up now through the middle. Storm Fatal in there as well, trying to keep up with them. Kyra still holds up the lead against Kagazuchi. Hachiro now comes up on his surge. Hachiro trying to keep up, but then Cairo will come in across the line first against Hachiro, who takes home a very close seconds against Storm Fatal, who swiped it away right at the end there. And it wasn't just him that swiped it away, but it was also Kagazuchi who swiped away the podium position as well, forcing Hachiro to go towards the runner-up position. Both Kagazuchi and Storm entering the podium, and Cairo taking home the second consecutive finish of his current run. Cairo's done it after dreaming for a win for so long, thinking that he wouldn't get it. Today's the day where he has now 2 consecutive wins under his belt. Quite a celebratory run there from him, especially pull up and gain 2 big finishes back-to-back of 2 highlight races. He's done it today. He's won the Tokyo Yushun, and now he wins the Texanita. He is now on a 2-win streak. And we haven't seen streaks like this go on with 2 big races back-to-back. As the last person who was able to do this was Subaru with the Anglers to come off big highlighted races back-to-back. So this is going to be pretty good. This is an IURA record, a new record for them to finally come across. He comes across the top stage, the consecutive race winners, as well as winners to come across now this finish. Very well held up finish and a very well held up lead there by Cairo, just to be swept in there towards the end. But he's done it. He's kept it up all the way, showing his spirit in G1 races, but short class and mile class races. He still proves his point that he is still able to get work done in those spaces. Storm Fatal, a rather familiar face, now comes across as well in that finish for second place. Kagazuchi as well, being the top step in the reigning crown winner, as well as Autozam, 2 crown winners and G1 winners. There was pretty big competition in this G2 race, which is pretty funny to see, but nonetheless, I mean, it's been done. But very good to see. Big applause all around there for Cairo. Definitely great to see out of him.
テキサニータ、パリロングジャンプ、レース4、オフィシャルフィニッシズ、プレース1、カイロ IG、プレース2、ストームフェイタル、プレース3、カグズチ、プレース4、ハチロ、プレース5、オートザム、プリテキサニータ、パリロングジャンプ、レース4、オフィシャルフィニッシズ、プレース1、カイロ IG、プレース2、ストームフェイタル、プレース3、カグズチ、プレース4、ハチロ、プレース5、オートザム。
Very great to see there from all the runners today, especially for all those who ran in not only the G2 but the G3s as well as the open race. Cairo once again takes home the consecutive finish, joined there in good applause, as well as Arielo joined in with Kagazuchi, Autozam, as well as Ouija Airlines. And more of an apology on my fault because I kind of forgot the paddock there. Again, stuff gets busy when you're trying to balance stuff, so that is definitely something that needs to be worked on. But again, we're trying to make things better, and that's definitely a lot of improvement that we're trying to get off of, so this will be at least added to those books. Very great finishes that we've seen today, very clean racing, and a very nice racing today. Definitely helped from all the runners who have participated today. The time is 6:15, and we'll probably start seeing a closure to this event here very shortly. I'm guessing the finishes will be staying up there on the board, so you guys could have a good look at that. But as we look, if you look over to the left of the screen, that will be it of today's races. Only 4 races were lined up today, and that was pretty much it. Pyro takes home the final win. We've also seen finishes. Well, I think that's Pyro's second race win of today, so he won the Open as well as the Texanino, if I can recall correctly. But definitely big efforts from him, and definitely very great to see of that win. That'll conclude more or less just the races for today. We want to thank everyone who's showed up, everyone who's trying to chip in and help make this community a very better place for everyone and all. We do want to recommend and do want to give a big shout out to the RS and their workings of the G1 Champions Meet, the Aries Cup. Their races will be going on in about an hour or 2 from now, so please make sure you go watch their races. And go cheer on for any IURA folks who are watching today, as well as any folks that you really know, or just really any races. It's really great to see them take the spotlight, as well as them going across their first races. So please make sure that you watch those as well. I'll be commentating into those races, so you'll definitely hear my voice twice. So not so away from home from these races, but I won't have to do much stuff. So big thanks to everyone in the watch instance. Big thanks to all the stewards who showed up today. Big thanks to you as well, the viewer or the steward or the racer or anybody. And big thanks to as well all the racers who turned up today and had some great racing, as well as for all of our open racers who had a great time, I'm hoping, and the casual race as well. We don't want to make as victory is a very nice glorified thing to have. The more glory that you could ever have in life is to have fun. So that's something we do want to tell all of you guys. It's just the more just have fun and have a great time with what you have, because sometimes some of these things you won't ever have back. Which I'm not saying it like I'm saying an inspirational quote. I'm not inspirational at all. So I am X Stealth, your lead commentator for the IURA, as well as the race directors. We will see you guys in a couple of weeks for the G1 qualifiers, for the G1 spring qualifiers, which will take place May 9th. Anything that shows up, any updates that happen, we will be sure to let you guys know. We hope everyone has a great rest of the day and a great night. Good night and good luck to those during the G1 Champions Meet for the URS, the Aries Cup. Good night.